afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm down here in Arlington Heights right now, but we started in Wyoming, so we got one in Oak Park, and we got one in downtown Wyoming. That was the CSX Geometry Train W003. I always enjoy seeing that thing. It's always really cool because it's a locomotive that you don't see a lot, and it's a bunch of cars that you don't see a lot as well. But it tripped the defect detector at 13.5, excuse me, with a hot box. So I don't know if they limped them on down to Queensgate Yard and they were checking that out down there. Probably the smart thing to do since they're this close. They're only a few miles from the yard at that point. They're like less than 10. So you get down there, they check it out, they get it done. Oh well, I got train 171 right here behind me, stopped at mile marker 252, which is right down that way. Less than about a mile and a half down that way. It stopped just waiting, and it's going to be stopped for a while. So, hey, we keep waiting on them trains. Let's do it, folks. Let's keep waiting. And once they get here, we'll get her rolling, so stay tuned. All right, everybody, good afternoon, well, slash good morning, and happy day to you. Wednesday? Dude, yeah, Wednesday. Anyways, I'm in Oak Park down in Wyoming. I'm not going to stay here because it's getting dark. It's going to get dark earlier because, well, the clouds are out, so the light has diminished some. Got a train coming. Train coming here on the track closest to me. It looks like, I cannot tell from here. Maybe Norfolk Southern? It is Norfolk Southern. What has he got honking or blowing for? Oh, well, he's going to put on a show maybe, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to wave at him, see what I get. Dash 9 right there at the end. Second locomotive with the Dash 9, I'm trying to say. Let's see if we get Timmy on here, man. Tim Tams! There he is! Oh, Tim Tams! Tim Tams! You guys ever had Tim Tams? The cookie? That's what just popped in my head. I got a bunch of them at home. I bought them at Costco. They're delicious. Especially dip in coffee. Oh my God. Alright, we've got an empty grain train coming here. Timmy! Dang, man, that's 3. Been lacking in the Timmy department here lately, but not with this one. So there was a 11,000 foot train in Hamilton, hit a parked U-Haul truck on Erie Boulevard, Erie Highway, whatever they want to call it. It's a big one. Had all the crossings closed there up in Hamilton that run CSX mainline and NS. Not the Indy sub, the Toledo sub. Cincinnati Terminal, Toledo sub, and Newcastle. Crazy. Apparently it is able, they got it out of the way. Well, maybe it's out of the way enough for this, I don't know. Yo. It's probably 54G or 55G or whatever they call it. You know, Wyoming, gonna dump some leaves. All right, there they go, all flashing off into the late afternoon hours. And we got to get to running. All right, folks, stay tuned. All right, everybody, let's fast forward here to the next day of, because, well, I had errands to run last night. We got one train. It was quite slow, and I had to wait till after dark. And here we are in rainy Wyoming. And I'm not going to stay down here today, not in Wyoming. We got a CSX work train coming down, W003. It's going to look like the office car special, but that's not what's going on. I don't know what this thing's all about. But it's pretty short. It's going to take less than a minute for the thing to get through here. Just a few seconds. That's all we're going to get. He's on the track closest to, unless he diverges, but don't look like he is. Valley and track geometry car right there. Don't look like anybody's in it. Sorry about that, folks. Nothing I can do about trucks. Well, there they go. Off into the rainy, misty afternoon. Well, I'm gonna go find what else I can get into. Stay tuned. All right, everyone. I've moved over to Arlington Heights on Glen Rose Avenue. Check out this stuff right here. Sindus Corporation. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look it up. But really cool buildings. But anyways, look at the two mains. Remember when I was down here the other day, how I was explaining how the mains are at different elevations right there? That's because they're going in that curve. But here they kind of almost even out. Still a little bit on a different side. We got a train coming down Main 1. It was a lady's voice on the radio, and it was nice and clear and concise. Fellas, you need to learn a few things from that. When you get on the radio and you go, Main 1. This isn't the New York City subway, man. This is like freight rail. You gotta let them know what's happening. All right, he's on Main 1 here, or she's on Main 1. Tearing it up. Looks like we got a grain train coming back. We got one empty yesterday. This one is definitely not empty. Well, not a grain train, sorry. Mixed manifest. Anyways, here we go. Why I thought of grain trains. That's the first thing I saw was these cars here. But I am premature on my saying of what it is. It is a mixed manifest for sure. We are 36 hours before Turkey Day, folks. And it's one of my favorite holidays, and not just because of the food. All right, I could cook that food anytime I want of the year. Any time of the year I want, I cook it. But it's the family get-togethers without the expectation of giving gifts. Because Oh, pulling that slack. Not that I don't mind giving gifts, but that means I got to spend money. And 9 times out of 10, I got a money to spend. So there you go. That thing has seen better days. Lambo 1040. Ethylene oxide. Huh. Oh yeah, ethylene oxide. Can't remember what they use ethylene oxide for. I'm gonna have to look that up. Slowing down. She called it she had a clear at 250. She called it that she had a clear at 250, which is right up there in Laughlin. And you're going to stop when you get to 252, so that means that crossing is going to get blocked. A long train. This looks like 171 maybe? 171 or 179. It's got trash cars. To get 171 or 179, you got to come down here in the afternoon because they got to work Reed Yard. Well, 179 does, or 178 or whatever it is. Works Reed Yard. 179 works Reed Yard. 171 I don't think works Reed Yard. They come down here and work Sharonville. Yeah, I didn't. They didn't go into emergency or nothing because I didn't hear the psh, and they would have come to a lot quicker stop than this. I don't know if that's what she's doing, or if she's stopping her train, or it's gonna keep on rolling. Just slow down. It's nothing but a mist and a drizzle out here now. It was raining a little bit harder when I started today, and now it has slowed down. Coil steel loading only. What it says on these 4 gondolas here. That's probably her blowing. Hope we got another train though. Got a meet. Oh, could have. Just could have. Yeah, we do. We're gonna get us some meat, folks. See if we can get the lights coming around here. Now mind you, the CSX tracks at this point become less than a half mile apart. So it could be over there. It could be over at CSX, but you're stopping. This train is done. And it is still long, man. Look at it, stretched all the way through here. Yeah, it sounds a lot like it's over on CSX. Typical for me to come over here, get a train, stuff rolling over there, where I just freaking was. Yeah. Well, looks like they're gonna stop. I see the end of the train. And we come to a stop right. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, slacked out a little bit. Not performing a reverse move, that's slack. Alrighty. Train stopped. I'm gonna cut the camera and I'll wait for something to happen. Stay tuned. Well, folks, I think this is 171 and it ain't moving. So this isn't like a quick stop. They could be at 252 for a while. So I'm gonna go do some errands and we'll keep getting more trains. So stay tuned. All right, folks, come up to Glendale. Check out the situation. We got a green for a northbound on 1. We got a southbound coming on 2. That's a CSX train. The train coming northbound is a Norfolk Southern train. The train coming southbound has no ditch lights on. What's up with that? Well, there it goes. Now he's going to turn them on. With any luck, we're going to get a meet. We're going to get it right here. We're not going to see it happen right in front of us, but from. This is probably to do with that geometry train that I got today. Whoa! Whoa! That was awesome. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that footage. All these tankers right here are all corn syrup. Some empty well cars here. That was awesome. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that footage, y'all. Oh man, old Sin Ozzy TV just pulled up. He missed all that. Yeah, well, stay tuned, folks. Well, all right, y'all. Sitting in a pub, I showed you we got that green, man. Well, the defect detector done went off. Defect detector done went off, and I want to show you guys what's going on. Let me get out of the way, or someone get run over. We got a train coming. He is going to be on this side, so track 1 right here, closest to me. So I'm going to go back over here. Got plenty of lights. There go the gates. Got a runner, could have stopped. I guess I could, you know, I could pass as a non-runner. Pointer no return and all. Look at that. 249. It's crazy. And I don't need any gas. Alright, train's coming. See what we got. Norfolk Southern. That's 1001. From under the awning, it's not raining. There's lights. There it causes a little hue on the screen, on the camera, a little bleaching almost. This is probably 28C. Norfolk Southern 28C. There'll be a Z designation here on CSX tracks. Their gates going up. Everybody's going to go about their evenings, and I am going to go about getting back in that pub and eating some dinner because we're sitting right there. All right, stay tuned. All right, everybody, dinner is over. We're up the pub, but look at that. We got a southbound coming around the corner. He is on 2. There is the green on 1. All right, here we go. me. The camera portrays it to be much brighter than it actually is. Bet you this is 3M361. I haven't seen any cars that would tip me off to what it is. Train wheels right here. We got some, we got something, we got a DPU coming through. M561, I think. I could be wrong. A big train, though. This is a long one. Was a big train. Wonder what that was. We'll find out, I guess, in a moment. Kate's going back up. We're still waiting on that northbound, folks. All right. Keep standing by to stand by. Stay tuned. All righty, folks. Look at all the gate runners. For a 306 axle train, but they don't know that, so whatever. He's going to be on at Main 1, which is the track closest to me. This will be the final train for this one. Empty ethanol. Well, that last train, the big one, was M561. So I was right. Cool. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Old Fred flashing off into the night. I'm out of here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take her easy. Well, I'm Art, my friends. That is going to do it for me tonight. I've had a great time. I'm ready to get out of here. I'll step a little bit into the dark, and you cannot see me. But, boom, right there. You see me. I'm kind of jutting out in the road a little bit, but there isn't really anybody coming. If there is, I'll just back off. But, hey, man, I've had a great time. Got plenty of trains. It's a decent night, but you know what? It's going to get cold. Tomorrow it's going to be a little cooler. The wind's going to be blowing, so got to dress appropriately for that. And on Thanksgiving Day, I'm not going to be out, but it is going to be cold. So 34 degrees, I think, is the high. It's crazy talk. That is absolute crazy talk. But hey, I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to go home. Excuse me. I am ready to get working on this video, get it edited, get it out for you guys at its normal scheduled time for y'all to watch. So, you know, I think this is going to be a shorter outro. So with that, folks, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. So like, comment, subscribe, and share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button for me to get all the notifications for when I post. And if you have more time, please watch another video, because every video you watch really helps my channel, and I really do appreciate that. Great ways to support the channel are doing that, watching more videos, watching some of that stuff in a playlist, giving me a thumbs up, go ahead and like the channel. And if you watch the channel and you're not subscribed, like 80% of viewers, go ahead and subscribe. Don't cost you a thing. It's free. There's no catch, and I'll be so happy to have you on board, my friends. All right. So once you subscribe at that point, you join the adventure crew and come out with me on one of these mini adventures. And so with that, folks, until we meet again, have a good evening.